Marilyn Stansberry, chair of the 19th annual bus trip across Georgia with the Georgia Partnership for Excellence in Education. What you're about to see is 8 great schools and communities in Georgia that are doing great things, achieving results with students, teachers, partners, and the community all working together. Come join us on the journey.
The annual bus trip is billed as a working tour. Each day starts early and finishes late. As riders check in before the sun comes up, the stage is set for what follows over the next 3 days. The schools on the tour were nominated, then thoroughly screened using a variety of achievement numbers and other indicators of success. All of these schools have stories to tell and best practices to share. Heading east into the sunrise, riders prepared for their first stop. Bus Trip 19 had many first-time participants, so they weren't sure what to expect. But as the buses pulled into this Greensboro charter school, they soon realized they were a part of something special. The waving children, teachers, and community members at Lake Oconee Academy sent a loud and clear message. We're glad you're here and we are proud of our accomplishments. Student guides ushered their visitors into the classrooms where it was evident why this is a winning school. Standards are high, students are challenged, teachers are focused on the achievement of every child. The modern facilities are conducive to learning, community leaders have a stake in the school, and leadership keeps the effort on track and moving forward. Across the board, Lake Oconee Academy is beating state standardized test scores. This doesn't happen by chance. There is a culture of success here.
Well, one thing I can say is that being on this bus tour has definitely been a humbling experience. Realizing that as the Georgia Teacher of the Year, I represent all the teachers of Georgia, and most importantly, those teachers that strive for excellence. On this trip, I've seen so many teachers who they are excellent teachers, and to know that I represent them is truly a humbling experience. The innovative things that they're doing in their classrooms, the way that their students respond to them, the way that they motivate their students, and just the way they're preparing them to go out into the world and be successful really underscores that Georgia has some great teachers throughout the state.
The annual trip attempts to offer a variety of education programs and grades. The 2011 trip fulfilled that goal by visiting traditional schools, charters, a career academy, and pre-K through high school programs. 2 middle schools were featured this year. Oak Hill Middle offered another warm, enthusiastic reception led by their award-winning band. There's much to celebrate here. Just 3 years ago, Oak Hill was on the needs improvement list. But in 2009, they were recognized as a turnaround school by the Georgia Leadership Institute for School Improvement. And in 2010, they were recognized as a Title I Distinguished School. How did they do it? How do they continue to do it? There's a sense of community here, and that serves as the foundation for success. Collaboration is evident on many levels, and nearby Georgia College is a strong partner. Middle school years are critical, and the students at Oak Hill are being primed for success.
The important piece, what we've seen in all these exceptional schools that we've visited, is just like saying, the connection between the community support, the parental support, and supporting the schools. And near and dear to my heart, we visited a couple of schools that are very, with the military communities.
Up early and on the road, 4 schools in one day would be a challenge, but the children awaiting the buses at Statesboro's Langston Chapel Elementary School would make sure the long day started on the right, energetic foot. This Bullock County school proved to be very popular. Riders commented on the nurturing environment, the use of technology, community involvement and support, including that coming from nearby Georgia Southern University, dedicated teachers, and special programs for math, reading, and English as a second language for students and parents. One writer called Langston Chapel a true melting pot, saying the staff embraces diversity and turns challenges into strengths to create a true community of learning.
The bus stopped here. The bus stopped.
When it came time to leave, the visitors were energized for the remaining stops. Contrasts are a part of every trip. Riders began their tour with a state-of-the-art facility at Lake Oconee Academy, and here they saw the challenges presented by a schoolhouse built in 1921. But this small Evans County school is definitely the pride of the local community. One visitor observed that traditional learning combined with new age technology is the source of this school's success. High expectations and accountability are the watchwords for both students and faculty. Riders were especially excited about the next stop. Reading ahead in their guides, they learned the school served the military community of Fort Stewart and that Army units offered a variety of support. It was a festive arrival as staff, students, parents, community leaders, and soldiers made the visitors feel welcome. Learning, pride, accomplishment, success, community, and fun describe Taylors Creek Elementary. As is often the case with bus trip schools, data drives instruction. Classroom tours exhibited a true learning environment. Technology was in use. Creativity adorned the walls, and the instruction was personalized and focused. One rider evaluation said it all. Creative, fun, energy, caring. Who wouldn't want to come here every day? Providing a variety of programs is also a trademark of the annual trip. The Golden Isles Career Academy shows the power of a community coming together to create, then nurture a win-win program. Riders saw out-of-the-box thinking that was creating student options and providing a skilled workforce for area businesses. It's hard to find one key word to describe Golden Isles. Community, vision, commitment, investment, relevance, opportunity, careers. They're all here, along with pride. Over dinner, several speakers, including students, stressed the same thing. This is our investment in our future, with emphasis on our.
The bus trip has been a great resource for my organization, HOPE, because we're able to identify how the teachers are dealing with the students in the classroom and see what works and what doesn't work, especially with the ESOL population. Since there was a great diversity in the classroom, we were able to see the different techniques and just to inspire the youth and keep working for them.
Waving American flags, these children greeted the riders enthusiastically and quickly made it evident Sugar Mill Elementary School is one special place. Soldiers were a part of the welcoming crowd at Taylors Creek, but here the Army green gave way to navy blue. Sitting just outside the gates of Kings Bay Naval Submarine Base, the school is home to many military family members. Bright classrooms, technology, teachers, teachers' aides, and parent volunteers in each classroom, strong child-focused leadership, differentiated and gifted instruction, challenge, achievement, and a joy for learning. This is a complete learning package that many riders found hard to leave.
It's been a fantastic opportunity for me to both travel around the state, see a variety of schools that take different approaches to learning, and to see a couple of locations that had pre-kindergarten classes, which is, of course, my interest. And I've seen that communities are really embracing education from an economic development standpoint. That's something that we try to get across in our policy work, that early education is the foundation for later education and is really the beginning of economic development.
You would think that after 3 days and 7 schools, there would be no superlatives left, but Ware County High School proved that to be wrong. Relevance, rigor, and relationships equal career pathways for the school's 1,400 plus students preparing for their next steps. A 9th grade academy keeps students on their educational paths and sets the stage for success in future grades and beyond. The key indicators prove the success of this program. The school exceeds state averages in every 2011 standardized test score category. And since 2008, its graduation rate has risen by 20 points to more than 80%. One writer said it best on the evaluation form: how refreshing to see a high school that is preparing today's learner for tomorrow's world.
Thank you.
You know, I actually wear two hats. As a state representative, the opportunity to be on the bus trip allows me to also get out of Lowndes County and see a variety of schools around the state, to see urban versus rural versus suburban, all the things that we have to take into account as state officials. We have tremendous legislation related to education, and we need to think about the big picture and not just the community in which we live as legislators.
State Representative Carter was wearing two hats on this bus trip. She teaches at Lowndes High School in Valdosta and has for the last 2 years led a group of her students who are considering teaching as a career.
I can't thank the partnership enough for the opportunity of my students coming once again on the Georgia Partnership for Excellence in Education bus trip. My students are future educators. They're in high school, but they know they want to be teachers one day. So getting them outside of Lowndes High School and outside of even Lowndes County is an opportunity of a lifetime for them to see what's going on in schools outside of their immediate surroundings.
Teaching has always been a passion for me, and being on this trip, I just get to see all the levels of teaching and the different elementary school, middle, high school, and just what the teachers do in the classrooms to get students to learn the different methods of teaching and just the different students that you teach.
Several years ago, the partnership was able to offer some seats to college and university students who were preparing to enter Georgia classrooms. This year, 19 future teachers representing 14 institutions were on the trip.
I've been blessed. I've got to meet many different people. It's a networking opportunity. So, there's many different beneficial aspects of this trip.
As a future Valdosta State graduate, seeing these practices that I've learned about in the textbooks work in the real world, I now will be able to take those back and use them in my own career.
Georgia's teaching schools consider the trip a great opportunity for their students and a boon to their programs.
The actual bus trip is a wonderful opportunity for teacher candidates to get a wonderful exposure to the actual practitioner's point of view. A lot of times on campus, we just really talk about the theoretics of school best practices, of interacting with students, but coming on the bus trip is giving the two young ladies from Fort Valley the opportunity to see it in action.
It's an experience that's hard to capture in a short video. A working tour with long days, school visits with festive arrivals celebrating success and achievement, debriefing sessions to analyze each experience, and the sharing of best practices by winning schools that are doing things right. And if they can do it, so can others. The Georgia Partnership for Excellence in Education bus trip across Georgia. For 19 years, this event has been an important part of improving student achievement in Georgia's public schools.
One of the things that was such a learning experience is how schools have been able to use resources and are an example of great public schools all across the state. And if these communities have been able to come together and work through their challenges and meet the needs and find solutions in their communities, I just know it's possible in every community in Georgia that they can all achieve excellence.